Danny Segura for MMAJunkie.com. I'm joined by Irwin the Beast Rivera, who recently made his UFC debut at UFC on ESPN 8, fighting Giga Chikadze. First of all, Irwin, how's it going, man? I know this has been a long time coming for you. You've been training for this moment for a very long time. How did it feel to be in the UFC, and did you imagine what your expectations met when you actually had that experience?
Yeah, man, honestly, bro, it's a dream come true, man. The UFC is the creme de la creme. I've always envisioned myself being here. Obviously, under better circumstances, but nonetheless, man, we're here, man. We made it here. We're finally here. And the whole experience was amazing, man. It was phenomenal, and I'm very, very grateful.
Yeah, and like you said, this has been a long time coming for you. I've been covering your career since day one, since the Fight Time
Yeah,
Promotions days.
yeah,
A lot of people don't know, but like you've been training with. I mean, every time you fought at Fight
killers,
Time, your corner was the most stacked. Like Eddie Alvarez, you had like all
killers,
these
bro.
guys that were
Yeah,
champions or were longtime UFC veterans. So
yeah.
you've been kind of getting a little bit of that taste of the UFC. What did everyone say? Because I know a lot of fighters that are already established came out and were like, yeah, they were really happy to see you, get your shot at the UFC.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's funny because like a lot of people were saying to me like, "Oh man, that's no surprise. It's no surprise that it's finally happened." Because they know how much I've been grinding, man. Bro, it's been such a long road, man, and it's only been a short road, which is the crazy part. I made my debut as a professional fighter when I was about 25, going on 26. I've only been fighting professionally for about 6 years now.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I'm very, very grateful for is I've always had amazing people by my side. As you mentioned, I had amazing, trainers, amazing teammates, bro. It's always been like a kid in a candy store for me. And I'm very, very grateful that I have everybody around me that I do. And I learn from everyone, bro. I've lived with certain people, and I've taken a little bit of all the good that I can take from this person, from that person, So I'm very grateful, man. Like I said, I'm very happy that I'm here. I'm just ready to put in work, man. I'm ready to move on and get my win, man.
Yeah, for sure. And for those that don't know, can you just give us a little rundown of some of the fighters that you train with and some of the people that have been alongside you for all these years?
Yeah, I mean, I originally started training at the Black Zillion camp, back when we were the Black Zillions. So imagine, being an amateur and coming to a professional gym like that, like back then we had killers like Tyrone Spong, we had Cosmo Alexandra, we had Eddie Alvarez, we had so many guys, man, like JC Cavalcante, we had so many guys, man, high level, Rashad Evans, obviously, Vitor Belfort, just to name a few, and there were so many guys, guys that I'm still super cool with today, guys that I still see on a day-to-day basis, and these guys, man, they helped me so much, man, and I've learned so much from each and every one of them, I've learned the good, I've learned the bad, and I've tried to do everything right for the most part, and I'm very grateful. That's why I'm here today, and it's because of those guys, man. It's because of Henry Hooft, who took me in as an amateur, literally. Like, I'm from New York originally. When I came to Florida, I came to him, and I told him I came to just hit some pads with him, but I told him the whole story why we when I came down while I was there. I told him that I wanted to be a professional fighter. I want to train with you guys. You guys are the best in the world. And it's literally like a kid in a candy store, man. My life is crazy, bro. And I'm gonna write a book one day, man. I've been through so much shit in my life, man, and so many factors in my life that a lot of people can relate to. So, little by little, everything with time.
Yeah, for sure. And it's crazy how much, everybody in that teams loves you. I remember one time at Fight Time Promotions, I had already interviewed you, but I saw Eddie Alvarez walking backstage and
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, can I talk to you real quick? And he's like, yeah, sure. But then he's like, wait, you're gonna talk to me, you have to talk to Irwin first. And I'm like, I did.
yeah.
Did anyone give you any advice either going into it or post fight that kind of stuck with you? Anything that was highlighted among all these stars that have been alongside of you?
Um, like a lot of people hit me up, man. So many people hit me up, especially with advice and stuff like that. Like, like I still have great relationships with a lot of the fighters, like that when we used to be the Black Zillions, like Eddie Alvarez, man, that guy, I learned so much with him, because he was living with me at one point. That for that in particular fight that you covered back in Fight Time, he was living with me, and we stayed in amazing contact with each other. Still, we stay in good contact with each other to this day. He's obviously doing his thing, and he's busy, with his family, and doing his thing. But he's always whispering in my ear, man. He's always telling me, Irwin, do this, or anytime I have, I need some type of advice, I always hit him up. I always say, what's your take on this? What do you think about this? What should I do with it? You know what I mean? Like, and to have guys like that who are great mentors, like, it's phenomenal, bro. It's amazing, man. Like, I always say, man, my two biggest, greatest mentors was Eddie Alvarez, and still is Eddie Alvarez to this day. And Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns, man,
Yeah.
he's coming off an amazing victory.
Yeah.
And man, he's bro. People, it's no surprise to me to see him where he is. Me and him grind on a day-to-day basis, bro. Like, he's like my best friend, bro. And he taught me everything that I know, man. Like, everything that I know, like, from the mental aspects to the preparation and everything. So, to have a guy like that as your mentor, bro, it's no secret and no surprise for me to be where I am.
Yeah, and let's talk about the actual fight itself. It was a loss, but in many ways, you impressed a lot of people by showing your heart. For one, it was a weight class above, right? How many days notice did you take it? Maybe like 3 or 4.
Bro, that shit, bro. I took that shit in 15-hour notice,
15
man.
hours. My bad. Yeah, yeah, 15 hours during a pandemic. I mean, there was so much against you. Did
Yeah.
you? I mean, did at any point did you ever think, okay, no, maybe I should go into this my UFC debut, which is a big deal, under better circumstances?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. I don't care how I get it done. I knew that I knew that this opportunity was gonna come. I had it. I had a feeling. I realized, I put two and two together. I'm a very smart guy. I put two and two together, and I realized, okay, we're in a pandemic. People are gonna start pulling out. People are not gonna want to fight. People are not gonna be able to fight because they're gonna be sick. You know what I mean? So I knew that opportunity was going to come. I only wish I could have been a little bit more prepared, but I knew it was going to come. So the minute that Ali, my manager Ali, hit me up, and shout out to him, he's amazing. He's one of the best freaking guys ever. The minute that Ali hit me up, man, he's like, Irwin, he's like, what's your status on your medicals? I'm like, I got to get everything done. He's like, okay, if you can get everything done, we can make this happen, bro. I got an opportunity for you to fight in the UFC. I was like, what? I was like, you serious? He's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, I'll get that shit done right now. So literally 15 hours, man. In 3 hours, 4 hours, I got all the medicals done, man. I'm very grateful to God for the people here in the state of Florida, man, like that I've made great connections with, like the doctors and the nursing staff. They all know me. Like they were willing to stay after for me. They were willing to stay a little longer for me, specifically for me to make sure I get everything done, and I'm very grateful for that. I hit up my boy. I was like, bro, I just got into the UFC, man. We got to go to Jacksonville. He's like, Irwin, say no more. I'll pick you up right now. I hit up my Vato. I call him my Vato, my brother, Sean Soriano.
Yeah,
I,
another
I,
UFC vet.
I know you know him. Yeah. Yeah. I hit up Sean Soriano. He picked up. He was like, Vato, I just heard it. I heard the good news, bro. Let's go, bro. Come pick me up. Let's go. And I'm very grateful to God to have people like this that are willing to do, like, drop everything and just go, and we got to Jacksonville, immediately I started cutting the weight, man. I started cutting that weight. I cut about 12 pounds. I got done cutting the weight, and then they had me quarantine, bro. They said, you can't weigh in yet. I'm sorry. We got to quarantine you for a while. It's going to be like 12 o'clock until you can actually weigh in. And, long story short, man, we got everything done, bro. And, that's the only thing that matters, man. It was crazy, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that itself, you talk about writing a book, that itself deserves like a chapter of its
You
own.
see
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
just the
Yeah,
circumstances. Yeah. And
yeah,
how was the actual experience? Like, did you get those UFC jitters? I mean, obviously it's without crowd, it's under
yeah,
circumstances that we've never experienced before, obviously due to the COVID-19 protocols. But did you feel the magnitude of the moment once you got in there?
yeah. Absolutely, man. I didn't feel that. I didn't feel those UFC jitters, man. And the reason why I didn't feel those jitters is the same reason as to why I am where I am. You know, I don't get nervous. When I fight, I don't get nervous, man. If you see me backstage, bro, I'm super fucking relaxed, man. I'm just so relaxed because I know I have nothing more, bro. I'm a Mexicano, bro. We came here to this country. We don't have shit, bro. We don't come from money. We don't know money. We don't know anything, bro. Oh, you know what I mean? And my whole life I've been growing up fighting, bro. Like, so to me, this is fighting to me has always been something that's just been so natural. And it intrigues me, even at the UFC level, bro, even at the level of UFC, being there and not fucking feeling nervous, man. Just feeling like I belong here. I'm here for a reason. I know what I gotta do, and I go and I do it. It's such a blessing, man, you know, and it's nice, man, because I know in my heart, like, this is what I'm meant to do, bro. This is where I'm meant to be. And you know, like, everything will come with time, you know, everything will come with time.
Yeah. Now, in this bout was 145 pounds, but I'm assuming moving forward, you're going to be fighting at
Absolutely.
135, correct?
It's no question, you know what I mean? That's not even a question. Fuck 45, bro. Maybe in the future though. Maybe in the future,
Yeah.
you know, maybe in the future, let's get the bantamweight division down first, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And you're joining a division right now, the 135-pound division with Cejudo leaving. There's just so much going on. It seems
Yeah,
like, it's a good division to be on right now, just because there's a lot of moving pieces, and you
yeah,
can climb up fairly quick, obviously, without so many politics and so many established rankings. It seems everything is kind of up in the air. I guess where do you go next? Like, when would you like to return? And do you have any type of opponent in mind, or any name that you would like to face?
truthfully, man, I can care less about opponents, bro. Like, you know, I don't, you know, I have all the respect in the world for anybody that's willing to step in that cage with me. You know what I mean? Like, I have so much respect for them. But on fight night, bro, I'm a beast, bro. Everybody's seen it firsthand. Like, I don't care. I don't care, man. Like, you know, I'm not your friend. I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm in there for a job, man. This is a business. This is a business. And, you know, I'm in there to make myself proud, make my family proud, make my country proud, you know, and that's it, you know. So I don't care for opponents, but I do care when I'm going to fight. You know, I would love to fight probably in July, probably in August, just so I can have a good fight camp behind me. I can prepare properly. You know, I just got done talking to my guys over at IHP, you know, and we're going to prepare everything good, man, everything perfect. And we're going to make sure that we deliver on fight night, you know, the next time I'm in that cage.
Yeah. And a couple more questions. Obviously, given the fact that it was at 15 hours notice, and everything that went into sort of the circumstances, I'm
Yeah,
sure we didn't see the full Irwin Rivera there, although we saw a
absolutely
very
not.
game Irwin. Can you kind of tell people what they're missing out on, or what exactly they didn't see on the UFC, UFC on ESPN 8, and what can they expect for your next bout?
Well, the one great thing that everybody got to see, man, is my heart, bro. Like, bro, I have a huge heart, man. Like, what I lack in physical size, like, I don't even look at myself as a short guy, like, you know. But when I actually see these pictures and I'm standing next to these giants, I'm like, shit, I'm fucking short, you know. But one thing that I got to fucking show, which is very very important to me, is my heart, man. I will always fight with all my heart every single time I'm in that cage, bro. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, this is what I love to do. I have nothing else. This is my life right here. You know, this is my work. This is my passion. You know, so I'll always fight with tons of heart. And all my fights, man. You know, I tell everybody to tune in, bro. I'm gonna do some amazing things in the UFC. I know it, bro. I'm just a naturally exciting fighter. You know, it's very hard to prepare for a guy like me because I'm so unpredictable. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. You know, like, one minute I could be fighting normal and fighting technical, and the next minute I throw a freaking tornado kick or a fucking, scissor sweep, like some crazy shit. So
Yeah.
I tell everybody to tune in, man. Just tune in, enjoy the show, and let's climb up together, man. Let's get to the top together.
Yeah, and yeah, I've known you for some time, and you've always been very, very positive, and a guy that always has a good
Yes,
attitude towards everything.
always.
But let's
Yeah,
be real. I mean, you said it yourself. Like, it's been a long road for you, even though it's been
yeah,
fairly short amount of time. Did you think this moment would never come for you to get a chance to fight in the UFC? Did at
a-
any point did that cross your mind?
absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. I always knew what I wanted. I always knew what I wanted since the minute that I discovered fighting. You know what I mean? I knew that this is what I'm meant to do. Like, this is what I'm meant to do. I'm a fucking fighter, bro. Like, I'm a warrior. You know, like, this is what I'm meant to do. And I proved it time and time over again in all my fights. You can even look up my fights on YouTube. I got some great fights on YouTube, you know, and I always knew that I would eventually be here. And a lot of circumstances had set me back, but I persevered through every one of them, man. And you know, I have so much belief, man, in what I'm doing, in God, and and everything that's coming, bro. Like I believe in it. I've always believed in it. I've held on tight to it. I've never let it go, you know. And that's why I'm where I am, you know. To be honest, like you know, I'm very grateful more than anything, man. I'm so grateful to God, man, just because He's listening to me. You know, He's listening to me. He knows what He's doing, and He's doing. You know, I'm grateful to be doing His work. You know.
All right, well, congratulations on joining the UFC. I know the fight didn't go the way you wanted. Obviously, you wanted that
Yeah.
win, but nonetheless, you're in the UFC. I know you've worked hard for it and you've put in the work. So happy to see
Yeah.
you in the UFC, man, and can't wait to
Thanks.
see when your next UFC fight will be. I'm sure it'll be exciting.
100, man. I appreciate you always, bro. Viva Mexico a todos mis mexicanos. I love y'all, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, brother.